about. I was going to go a bit closer to the Cuban coast before going about, in the hope of getting a better angle down to Grand Cayman. But as you can see, our track, we're in here somewhere hidden under all these cargo vessels that are making their way around the west end of Cuba. Obviously a busy route. The angle between the blue here and our dotted line, which is direct to the lake, is pretty much a right angle, which means we're not getting any closer to the waypoint. And I feel we might as well try it on the other tack and see if we do slightly better. Hopefully we will.
Today is Wednesday, the 7th of May, and we're just rolling along. The harbor ship is passing behind us. Waves are just having a fun time.
Well, we've had a pretty good day sailor, I must admit. The wind is stuck pretty steadily at just under 20 knots. It's swung up and down a little bit. I did put the reef in the Jenny because I was concerned about the wind, but arguably we didn't really need it, but you can't be too careful. Anyway, I don't know if I mentioned it a couple of days ago, the port lazy boys for the sail bag snapped, and we've been running with just the one set since then. Not an issue because the sail is up, and although we have a reef in it, and sometimes we have two reefs in it, it's still not an issue. However, I've just come up to spot Morning Lynn here. It's approaching at high speed, well 12 knots, and we're doing 6 knots. So, I called them and asked them to make sure they gave us a 1 mile separation, because it was going to pass within 150 metres or so of us, and I had no wish to get as close to that as a large cargo ship. However, I did that, and then I came up here to have a look and see how things were going, only to discover that there was a line hanging across the front of the helm station here and out over the side into the water, and I've quickly established that it was the lazy jacks from the starboard side. I initially gathered up the bits that was sort of no longer attached, if you like, and then I thought about it a bit more. What's going to happen when we go about, we have it through this window and it will whiz across the other side. So in the end I decided I climbed up on the roof here on the helm station and I untied the rest of it, so it's all disconnected now. But this is just another job to do when we get to some semblance of calm in the Cayman Islands. When I was out up on the top of the helm station there untying the lazy jacks, I noticed that there's some sort of liquid, black, oily kind of liquid. I don't know what it is, to be honest, no idea, coming out the bottom of the mast, which is just a little bit ominous. I don't know what it means or what the implications are. There is Morning Lynn passing us heading to the US, so it's been an interesting day. We've been making pretty good progress towards the waypoint, despite the fact that we're beating heavily into wind. So this is our track, the purple one, zigzagging. The line is the line I drew, I don't know, 2 days ago, a direct line. But there you go, you can see where we zigzag around all over the ocean, trying to Georgetown, Grand Cayman. Quite a long sail up from Roatan on Monday, I think it was, on the one tack, and then we had to start tacking to try and make some easterly. We were making good northerly coming up from Roatan, but we couldn't make any easterly, or not much, you know. So yeah, it is what it is. Good morning everybody, it's Friday the 9th of May and we've hit a milestone. We've just passed the 100 to go mark, which is very nice indeed. We are making reasonable progress. We're making very nice heading really. If we'd been able to make that, this is the original track from Guatemala, we'd have come straight up there. But we couldn't. It is what it is. Even now, the wind is a little bit playing tricks with us. Every now and again, it stays below the dotted line, which means that we turn towards the waypoint. But anyway, we're making progress. I've shook out both reefs, so all the sails are up. The wind's a little bit on the brisk side for that. I hope it doesn't set that way for long, or I'll have to put another reef back in the main. Bye for now. The sun's coming up. I think will be our penultimate day on this journey. I think tomorrow we will arrive. Of course, it all depends on the wind. It's a lovely day to be on the ocean. There's about 15 knots of wind. The seas have calmed down nicely. And we're sailing at 45 to the wind. We're able to do so, but we're not really hitting the waves. Having said that, we just hit them. Hitting the waves hard. And it's easier to stay at 45 when you're not hitting the waves hard. I think this might be a record. 4.5 kilowatt hours out of the starboard set of new panels for 1040 watts and 91 volts. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Looking at the chart plotter. We've got a couple of ships out in front of us, cargo ship and cruise liner passing by, but no problems at all. So here we are down here, and we're more or less, as we were the other day or earlier, paralleling this this original route from Livingston to Grand Cayman. We're struggling to make this right-hand step, southerly step, so we'll have to see how it goes. I plonked this waypoint here just near the island before we left, in fact 2 or 3 days before we left, and I was trying to work out how far it was and where to go and all the rest of it. I now understand that we have to go about here somewhere, about there somewhere, halfway up that little kind of leggy bit to check in. So it's probably about 7 miles closer than it says here. It says 56 miles direct track, so it's probably something closer to 49, but we're not going direct track. Of course, we're going to go up here probably 30 miles or so and then turn down. This is at least the third evening in a row where our blue, where we're going line is into wind rather than downwind of our where we're pointing line, which is the black one. Dawn, the sun is coming up on Saturday, but our issues continue. We've got a problem with the furler, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to roll in the jetty. It hasn't unrolled properly, so there's something snagging it. I don't know what the problem is, but anyway, we'll see.
Just had a new visitor come in. Shame he's inside now. We've got to release him. It's probably the first opportunity for him to hop onto a yacht, so he took it.
Yeah, must be tired, I think.
Very exhausted. There's nothing else around. Don't worry, my friend. Don't worry. It's all okay. You're going to be okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's set him free. He had his little tour, so he's been set free now.
Okay guys, welcome to Grand Cayman, where the water is officially lovely. Pretty breezy though. 14-15 knots is usually a bit more than that, but anyway, here we are. We made it been here about an hour. It took us a little while to get onto the buoy at the front here. We still had the mainsail up because the lazy lines have gone from the sail bag, so I wanted to drop it slowly so that I could tie it in and get it into the sail bag, which we have managed to do. We just have to now replace the lazy boys, but anyway, that's a job for another day. So we've travelled 950 miles exactly to get here. The journey from Livingston to here was 472 when I measured it originally, and we've travelled 68 miles for today since midnight. The maximum wind speed and maximum speed of the ground of 8 knots and 24 knots with wind are not really relevant. I think the 8 knots is about as good as we did. Did I see 9? Anyway, we had so many computer shutdowns that it dumps all that sort of information. It keeps the more important stuff, this keeps the more important stuff that we have on here, which is good. But there we go, and we're now off to go and do our thing with customs and immigration. So, welcome to Cayman Islands. Bye for now.